All right. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step. We're back, you guys.
We're
What's going
back.
on, everybody?
It has been a long time, man.
It's been forever. Your hair looks amazing. I look crazy.
No, not at all. I love the fro is froing. It's giving life because my fro will just be a flat.
Girl, it's everywhere. Y'all, it's everywhere. I need a trim, I need a treatment. But this happens when you work in an industry where things just go to chaos. And that's been my life. This is why we haven't been recording, because my life has been going to chaos, y'all. It has been going to airline chaos, and that's really all I can say. And Kelsey,
Well,
you've heard me say it before, ladies and gentlemen. I get. For so many people, you plan a vacation, especially with families. This is what you do. You have to do it where it works for everyone's schedule. I get it. I understand. Being a parent, I understand. Being a single parent, I truly understand. But ladies and gentlemen, if you can avoid traveling during peak season in the summer, please avoid it. Like,
just don't do it.
Please avoid it. Most people think the winter, specifically in the Northwest, is the worst. No, it's summer.
It's summer.
Summer is the worst as far as travel goes. As far as all the travelers go, because everybody wants to go at the same time. You know, y'all looking for these deals. Y'all ain't getting these deals because everybody and their mama want to travel.
Wait, so is it the people that cause it to be difficult, or is it something else?
Girl, it's everything. It's a, excuse my language, everyone, but it's a clusterfuck. It is. You have obviously summer weather, and again, like I was saying, summer weather is more difficult to navigate than winter. You can navigate through snow. You ain't navigating through no lightning.
That's true. Yes.
No, you're not doing that. That's not safe. Like, it's just,
that sounds scary.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
So you have that, which causes delays, which can cause what we call rolling delays, where we're in Boston and you want to get to New York, but here's the thing, the weather isn't in Boston, it's in New York. So guess what the problem is going to be? You're in the air trying to go, and because there's weather, guess what did I just say? You can't go through it. You try to go around it, you're gonna have to divert if it's really, really horrible. That creates what? More delays. More cancellations. And air traffic control is like, look, we gotta shut it down. No planes, no planes going out. It just creates so much. And then of course, what happens? People are upset.
Yeah,
because they're delayed.
Plans.
They're upset because it's messing up their plans. And again, for some people, they have waited all year long. Or this is a special occasion. We had a young lady, she was actually traveling by herself for the first time. I think she was 15 years old, traveling by herself. She was going to Phoenix to visit her friend, to surprise her friend for her birthday.
Of course, it didn't work out.
Didn't work out because we're delayed. She misses her connection. She's not going to get there. Tears. Now that young lady, I can understand, because that's difficult being a young person.
Yeah.
First time, but
flying, and then it's not the best experience, or not as planned.
Yes, the grown adults is really the problem. And I won't even call them grown adults, but you have
not the adults.
People who are over the age of 18 who like to act a fool. And I know everybody's seen that scene in A Devil Wears Prada where Miranda Priestley is literally down in the Caribbean and it's a literal hurricane, and she's like,
"Oh yeah.
Why can't those are the questions I get. I'm like, do you see this? Do you see?
She was like,
it could be storming outside. But Delta just took off. You're not on Delta. You're on my airline. Why are you worried about what they doing right now? If you wanted to go on them, you should have bought a ticket on them. You bought a ticket here, and now it's a freaking tornado out there. You can go out there all you want to. I'm not going anywhere. That's what we get. We get stuff like that. Like, well, why can't? There's no weather here. Again, it's not the weather here. It's the weather you're going. It's
where you're going. Yeah,
I can't get you there if it's freaking storming. I can't But they
like if there's a hurricane in Palm Springs, we can't land the plane in Palm Springs. We probably can't even get near Palm Springs. Like, it just needs to be under. Yeah, so, I could see that.
So friends, I have been dealing with that literally from last month up until early this morning. It is now 7:35 Pacific Standard Time. I have been dealing with this for a month and a half. I'm over it. I'm over it, you guys. I'm my wonderful customers who are wonderful. Thank you. The rest of y'all can go to hell. Go to hell.
Not kick rocks.
Yeah. I just, because I think like that's the thing, Kelsey, that I find more and more when it comes to airline travel. And again, it's not everyone, but it's more than it should be. That they forget that, when they're delayed, we're delayed too. I don't want to sit around the airport and not getting
it. Nobody's like, yes, delays, just what I wanted.
I don't want
not able to get home to my kids, not able to do what I need to do.
Canceled. I want to be done so I can go home and go be with my children.
Like, you want to get your work done and get out of there. Yeah,
they forget that we're humans too. We have
feelings. Nobody's sitting around celebrating delays.
We don't want to get
and storms.
We don't deserve to be cussed at. And
that's true. I have seen that happen
because of something that we literally can't control.
Yeah, I have seen that happen, and it's really heartbreaking. Like, I understand everybody has an individual situation, everybody has a deadline, everybody has something they need to do or get to or whatnot. But it is about just common courtesy and just kindness, like empathy. You don't need to talk down to people, especially when they can't control what's happening and they're trying to diffuse the situation as much as possible. But I also wonder, do those people that act that way or do those things, do they ever think like, how would I feel if someone did this to me?
Of course not.
That's something I always think, like, would you be okay if the roles were reversed and someone was calling you out of your name and treating you that way? Would you be like, yeah, that's great, that's exactly what I signed up for?
It is like I said, my customers who are wonderful, thank you. I love you. You're the reason why I still do what I do. You're the reason why I do still have joy doing what I do. But like I said, the rest of y'all kick rocks. And I mean that with my whole heart. Notice I'm not mentioning my airline because they can't come back and be like, well, you said no, I did. I ain't mention y'all at all.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter either. It just in general, like when you're traveling, that tells me a lot about someone.
Yes.
And I read a good article about this where it said, like, when you're dating people, things that you can look for, and it'll give you like kind of red flags that are hidden. It's how they treat people in customer service.
Yep.
So a lot of people have gotten hip to like how you treat the waiter or how you treat the waitress,
Yep.
So they know, especially people that are trying to hide who they truly are, they know to like, be really polite when they're in restaurants or whatever. But I would say if you go on a trip with someone, and even if it's just like a road trip, even when it's not a trip in an airplane, or, just go somewhere for a day trip, and you see how they treat people at the rest stop or people at the gas station or just a clerk in the supermarket. It definitely will let you know a lot about them, because people are not able to hide who they are forever,
right.
Continuously. They have the act gets tiring after a while, and so you're able to see, oh, this person is really trash because they just talked out the side of their neck to that, sales rep or whatever. It just lets you know. And I think everyone has someone in their family that does something in customer service and would not want to be treated a certain way.
Right. Right.
So,
and it's crazy that you say that, because I think I recently read an article about, and it wasn't a romantic situation. It was talking about how, I think the title of the article was "How My Girls Trip Ruined My Friendship." Like,
interesting.
You really do. You really learn more about people when you travel with them.
You do. Yes.
Everybody's not a good traveler. You have people who are very experienced travelers, but even then, they may be, very set in their ways and not very flexible. And no, we got to do this at this time, and we want the itinerary. But no, actually, I just want to stay on the beach. I don't want to do no excursions. Oh, you weren't here on time. Oh, well, I got the pre-check, and I got the... You learn a lot about people when you travel with them. It was a really good article. I'll send it to you. But yeah, I believe the title was "How My Girls Trip Ruined My Friendship." And this lady had been, they have been friends, I think, for like a decade. And it was
that's wild, but I believe it though.
Together. Yeah, it was.
I totally believe that. I went on a trip once, and I have a girlfriend named Aja. She's just like amazing at planning trips. She's the kind of, I'm not good at planning. So she's the person that would just plan it, and it's gonna be. She should have just been like a trip coordinator or
agent.
Yeah, something like that. She's just really good. Gives you options and whatever. And if you're like, I just don't know, she's like, okay, well, you can try this, and very flexible. And it was really comfortable to travel with her, because it was a relief from all the other trips I had taken with like the company I worked for at the time, like the Japanese school that I worked for. Their trips were very like rigid, like we got to eat breakfast together, we got to do this, we got to do that. You're like, did you want time to yourself? It's not happening because we're doing this. And it I don't really like to travel like that, where from like 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. we have
everything
a schedule
is planned out for you.
Yes. No, because sometimes I may want to linger, or sometimes I may want to be on the beach for hours or whatever. And so when we were on this one trip in this one country, me, Aja, and some other people, there was a situation that happened where one of the girls with us, and I wasn't close with any of the other people. They were all very nice ladies that were friends to her and other people that just kind of joined the trip.
Okay.
And
so you were like the newbie coming in?
I wasn't they knew each other, and I had met them a couple times, but I wasn't close to them. Okay. But me and Aja were sharing a room, and it's like they had their room, and we had planned some activities together. And I remember this situation where like one of the girls, she had said that one of her devices was stolen. It was like an iPad. And she was pretty sure that she had it this place, and then that it was this whole ordeal. And the place we were staying was at a resort. It had really good security, like they had cameras and whatnot. Yeah, because we were in a country that wasn't necessarily, I guess, the safest to be by yourself.
Right.
And so it was this whole ordeal, and I was like, well, let's retrace our steps, go back. Right. And it was kind of unfolding, and I could tell she was getting more and more frustrated with the situation as it was happening. But it turned out the iPad, like, she had left it, or her kid had left it somewhere. It wasn't even like it was with their stuff. I don't remember the exact location, if it was in the stroller or I don't know, but it was just like she had said that she thought someone took it, like the maid took it, and da da da. And I feel like in those situations, like, you really have to go and apologize deeply. Yes. And I didn't see that happen. Girl, and so I was just kind of like,
let your apology be as loud as your disrespect. You
yes.
Walking across here with his draw fire. People gonna see you.
So I just felt it was weird, because like I'm not gonna accuse anybody unless I have hard evidence, But it was just very awkward, and like I'm never going back to that country or that resort ever again. But I can also understand how she may have been frustrated, but I also feel like in that situation, it should have been like a go-geza. Like it should have been like she got down and like straight up apologized, because how she was acting was just not, it didn't match. Yeah, it didn't match the apology, like you said.
I agree. Like I said, I've always subscribed to the, you know, let your apology be as loud as your disrespect. When you're wrong, you need to say, now you crawling, Messiah. Oh my God.
I saw him in the background. He's wild.
Jeez. Yeah. Y'all,
I love him.
Again,
Never
I'm
change.
home now, so
never change.
So the ridiculousness is going to continue.
In the frame.
Anyway,
that's too funny.
I subscribe to let your apology be as loud as your disrespect. You know, like I was saying,
especially in customer service, because you never know, like if that is a job someone might get fired from because of something you said, or or like they could, it could cause like, I always think like it could cause major problems for them in their career or their job. Right. And so I don't really complain unless it's extremely like a situation where I'm extremely offended. Right. But in the same sense, I always give like positive complaints. And that's what Shore calls them. She said, "Oh, you're nice complaining." So like when I get really good customer service, I'm like, let me talk to your manager. And I'm gonna give a straight face like this, and then people are like are worried, and I'm like, you see this man right here, Tom, Joe, Sally, these three right here. I don't know why they aren't top of this company. They are like exemplary employees. They're amazing. Their customer service is so great. They had a smile. They're nice. I'm pretty sure they aren't having the best day, but they came here and they brought it and they made me feel welcome. And people are like, we never have people say things like that. They just usually complain. But I always feel like when you get really good service, or if you can tell that someone isn't having the best day, maybe they're coughing or they're just like, they just don't seem like 100, but they're still there to help you. I'm like, I'm gonna tell someone about how awesome you are.
Right. And it goes a long way. It's like I say it all the time. It's like, you know, I love it when customers be like, "Oh, Melinda, she was great." I got a compliment on a flight that I was working last month where sorry, TMI everybody, but we literally had 4 different individuals vomit on the aircraft.
Oh no.
And for whatever reason, who was around when it happened every time?
Wait, were they sick or was it like turbulence?
It was, so the first 2, no. The first 2, it had nothing to do with turbulence.
Okay.
The last 2, I believe so, but it's still, all 4 happened in different phases of the flight. Like the first one, we hadn't even closed the boarding. We were still boarding. And I was just
and they were like,
you won't come back to my galley and just, you know, like.
Oh God, not there.
Oh my gosh. But somebody did just state like how, you know, Melinda was great. She handled it so well. You know, she was professional. She kept, you know, everybody calm, and that goes a long way. Like,
yes,
it doesn't take a lot of your time to either say something or write something or like call. I want to talk to a supervisor. It doesn't take a lot to do that, but for us in customer service, it goes so far. You know, it goes so far. Like, It really, really does. It goes so far. A lot of times people, you know, they get the email survey, they don't want to write it in. They'll do the 4 stars, or, you know, but they won't take the time to type anything up, or, you know, but it does. Yeah. It goes a long way. Like a long way.
It does. And that lets you know a lot about people. Like when you see how they treat others, then you'd be like, that person's a great person. I'm glad they're my friend. Or you'd be like, ooh, I don't know if I want to associate with you.
Right.
You know,
like
I don't know if we have the same values.
I was gonna say that says so much about a person. It really does. So keep your eyes out, folks. Keep them peeled. Have your wits about you.
Your wits about you. Yeah, yeah. But I'm glad that you're back and you're out. You're able to rest and relax a bit.
Oh, I'm so happy. You see, I'm drinking my wine. My fro is out. Got my pajama pants on and a tank top. I just don't care today, y'all. I'm exhausted. I've earned every penny from working because. But the good news is, me and the kids are going to be back in Japan. Yay! We're leaving in a few days.
Super excited.
Yeah, so Kelsey and I will be reunited.
Yes, and we're gonna do our little a little live thing.
We need to do a live. I was gonna say it's time to do a live. It's time to go live for y'all. It's time to be like international waters, y'all. Get your passports ready, folks.
Yes.
You don't get left behind. So yeah, we're gonna definitely do something. But I'm excited to see you, girl.
I'm excited too. The weather has been very strange, hot and just rude. Right. Windy. There's been some major flooding, like flash flooding going on too, which seems to be happening in the States as well. So the earth is just, just fed up.
Yes. Now that was something we did avoid because we were stuck in a whole nother city, in a whole nother state. New York got pounded. New York.
I saw that in some states. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I understand you got to take MTA. I take the subway when I'm in the city. But if that nasty ass subway water was coming my way, you just kill me now, because we all know that there's hepatitis C in that water. You're done.
No way.
We know that. Like,
you said it's over.
Nasty, rat infested water coming at you, just raging and I'm seeing videos of like people like trudging, walking.
Yeah, I saw some videos of people like trekking through it, and I was like, they got a place to be, I guess. But ooh, brother,
yeah,
it was,
brother.
No, I did see that. I was just like, no thanks. I don't know. I don't have anywhere to be that bad.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. For those of y'all who live in New York, I know they not, and they like, that nasty ass pissy rat water. Ugh.
I think that they're able to like drain it and remove the water, and things are getting back to normal, but it still seems pretty crazy.
Girl. But again, the weather.
Yeah.
Is just on some craziness. Although I think when we come, the weather's gonna cooperate. I don't think it's actually.
Oh, it's just gonna be hot. Hot and humid.
I already told the kids, hot as balls. Like, get ready. Yeah. Like, it's really gonna be window to the wall till the sweat drop down my ball, because the sweat is gonna be sweating. I bought a portable fan just for this trip because I know.
My friend always used to say that she had like a waterfall down her back. And I was like, I understand.
My sweat rag from the last time we was there from Wano Park. I went to the thrift store with Messiah. Wano, sweat rag, portable fan, again, window to the wall to the sweat drop down.
They have the ice thing too. There's like a tube that goes around your neck that you can freeze.
Ooh.
There's a bunch of stuff we should like show them the store, like Matsukio or Donkey or something like that, like what to get, because I bought some wipes for Shore because she was supposed to be in badminton all summer long, but well, you guys don't know, but she cracked her ankle her ankle bone while she was in PE class at school last week. So we've been dealing with that, and nothing really, to report from that, except for she has crutches and she's hobbling around for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So that sucks. But there's no badminton, which also sucks because she was really upset about that. So
I know she was. Sure, you will live to fight another day, girl. Don't worry. Badminton will be there.
Batman will be there. I know.
Batman
I think it's also like
when that cat come on.
It's a real I guess testament to my experience with parenting here. So, you know, I've been kind of all over the place. A lot of the things that I mentioned before in past podcasts about like the mom that I was like not really sure what she wanted. She has turned out to be such an amazing support for me and Coral, because you know Coral's at a different school. Super sweet. She was walking home with her kid the other day and help carrying, because yesterday they had to bring everything home. I guess I didn't know this, but she helped carry Coral stuff home, and I messaged her and I was like, thank you so much. And she was like, of course. She was like, I know you would do it, and I know you're going through a bunch of stuff, because I saw her at she was crossing guard last week. Actually, she was crossing guard the day after Shore broke her ankle. And I was explaining to her, and she was like, oh my God, at school? What were they doing? And I was like,
that was my reaction, actually. I was like, what the hell was she doing? Messiah was like, did she get in a fight? I'm like, Shore ain't getting in no fight.
So, you know,
like,
okay.
Who's she fighting?
Nobody, and that's the thing. Like, I have had such a good experience.
Rumble, like,
not a rumble. So you said, like, was there a rumble? So I've had such a good experience with her school, and I hope it continues to be that way. So, essentially, like, the school called. I was in a meeting, so I couldn't answer, and then call back and found out. Basically, she was doing jump rope, and the girl in front of her, I guess they're jumping in. What do they call that jump rope? You know, we played as a kid. I could never jump in right. Double dutch, but it wasn't with double dutch, because it's just like you're jumping and someone runs in and jumps with you. I call it Squid Games jump rope.
Oh.
You know, it's the one jump rope, and then
you said you call it mouse trap.
Mouse, yeah, that's what it is, because Shore got mouse trapped. So they're doing that in PE class. They were supposed to swim, but they didn't. But I guess it was too hot, or there was like, I think there was like a black flag, like really heat advisory. So they're doing this in the gym, and Shore's already jumping. The girl that goes to jump in front of her, I guess she steps on her shoe, and Shore falls back, and then went the ankle.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was an awkward fall then.
It was an awkward fall because the girl in front of her stepped on.
The girl was in the back or the front?
The girl was in the front of her, and when she ran in, she ran and jumped on her foot, and then she stepped back, and then it was just bad. But the school was super supportive. Her teacher is like amazing. She was like, no, you could bring her by car. You could drop her off early. We'll call a taxi there so she doesn't, because it's a major hill to get to her, 2 hills to get to her school that you can't be hobbling up on crutches.
Well, I was gonna say.
And when I went to get her from school,
the
day that she was injured, the school is massive, and there's just a bunch of kids, Japanese kids. There's all these Japanese kids. I don't know which way this is or that is. I know where her classroom is, but she's not in the classroom. She's in the nurse's room. I don't know where the nurse's room is, and also they didn't explain it. I guess they just assume. So I'm up in there. Yes. Also, you know, it's summer, so I got on my like Hawaiian muumuu dress. And I'm running to get her because my kids hurt themselves, and I don't want, you know, them to be sitting in the nurse's room crying. You know, I'm not really sure what to expect when I get there.
They said she a black mama. Black mamas know everything.
I run right up there.
Do you know where the nurse's office is? We don't have to tell her.
Let me tell you, as soon as I get there and I'm walking around, and I'm like, and also they told me just drive in the school. But when I drove up to the school, there was like kids practicing sports everywhere. And I'm like, where can I park? Do I just drive through the kids? Where do I park? There's no real parking lot. Like, I was very confused.
Right.
And then I see her friend, and I'm just going to call her friend I see her friend, and she's like, oh, Shore's mama. In Japanese, she's like, why are you here? And then I'm like, oh, Shore hurt herself. And she's like, oh my God. Do you know? I was like, do you know where the nurse's office is? And then she was like, yes, you know, this is all in Japanese, right? And then I was like, wait a minute, you study English. I was like, Korokata Eigo, let's use English from this point. And she suddenly became like a robot. You know how she was like,
Yes, we'll
yes.
go this way.
Yes. Yes. She was just like this. Yes. Let's go together. I took everything in my spirit not to laugh at this girl. She was like, and then she literally did this. Wait, Muffy, she did this. I'll show you the way. And I was like, okay. She was just so bubbly and just regular in Japanese.
AI girl, she turned.
But yes, when we switched to English, she became a robot.
AI. She really
it was so funny. And I got to the nurse's room and Shore was like eating lunch with her foot up. She was okay, you know, but I mean, like we did have to go to the doctor and the doctor did say that it was definitely cracked.
Right.
But her friend was so helpful and she like carried her bags and she was like, I'm so sorry this happened to you, da 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 da. And you know, they had a lot of plans for the summer and but it was just chance that I ran into her friend saw me and talked to me, which I truly love because she's such a nice person. She's such a ray of sunshine, this girl.
I love that.
And then she switched to English like a robot. It was so funny. It was so funny. I was dying. She was like, yes, let's go together. It made me think of like when we first came here and we were like at Nova, and you know how they had those like videos or they'll have like books that are like, suggest something to do, and then it's like,
yeah,
you know,
I think maybe I got rid of them. I
wish I still had some of those things saved. I wish,
but I thought I still had the booklets. Like, yes, and suggestions. Go to shopping.
Go yes. Let me tell you how I used to be so mad when they would be like, go to shopping. I used to tell people you can't go to anything ing. Don't be trying to go to an ing anything. Just go.
Yes. Could I?
Yes, but they would have
take the Joban line.
Yes, yes, and that's exactly what it made me think of.
Oh.
And it's so sad because I think that's how they're still teaching English.
It is how they're teaching English, especially for that previous company, because it's not about them learning English; it's about them selling things to these people. That's
yeah.
They don't care, but anyway.
But it just made me laugh so hard.
Private lessons if you need them.
Don't be. I was dying, but it all worked out. Her friend was super sweet. The teacher was really helpful. I had parent-teacher meeting, and the parent-teacher at the parent-teacher meeting, her teacher was really awesome. Just really good experience so far. So I know some people have had really bad experiences in the Japanese school system, but fortunately, I haven't had that yet.
And you won't have a bad experience.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I also think like I clearly state my position, and I said like we don't accept like C's, D's, F's in my house.
Right.
You know. And the teacher was like, yeah, I understand that. I was like, it's very different from America. So I was like, you could not come home with this grade and expect everything to be okay.
Oh no.
Because you can do better. And really, and I've said this many times, I said my kids have like one real job, which is to go to school and do well in school.
Pretty much.
You know, they have other tasks that I may ask them to do, but at the end of the day, them folding their clothes or, you know, putting away laundry is really secondary to getting good grades in school and studying.
Same. It's very much the same in my household. My children will tell you, Yui, what is a B? Messiah. Where's Boo Boo? Where'd he go? Oh, now he hiding because he was in his drawers, y'all.
Oh, so now he's not crawling on the floor anymore.
Nope. What? Messiah, get Boo Boo. Oh, Lord. Boo Boo came in like a stalker. Messiah, what is a B? Thank you. I don't know if you heard him.
What did he say?
I can hear you.
A B is an Asian F.
Yes, I don't play that. I unacceptable.
It definitely, it's not only an Asian. I feel like it's also maybe like a Latino and maybe also a Black. I don't know. I couldn't bring a B home. Like a B, my parents were like, what is that? What's happening there with that? So yeah, we can't have that. And so I really don't care what the rest of the class did, because the rest of the class don't live in my house.
Yeah.
And I don't parent them, don't even know their names, Hanako or Taro. I don't know none of them. But what I do know is Shore and B, we cannot accept it. And I say you don't have to be perfect A's, but you know, a C, D, F. And the teacher was explaining like some kids didn't even get any score. And I'm like, you don't even get points for writing your name?
Right.
So, and even like in English, she was saying like she did really well in English. She has an A. I think she had like an A- in something. And I was like, see, this is not acceptable. And I don't care, you know, because we use English at home. So you really have no excuse to not have a perfect score. And also, you don't get any bonus points for having a perfect score in English because you use it at home.
I was gonna say that's I mean,
it's expected.
Her mother tongue. It's literally her mother tongue, you know. Yeah.
It's expected. So I was like, you're not gonna get any claps and cheers for any A's. Right. And also anything lower than an A in English is unacceptable.
Yeah.
But I found out it's because like the Romaji, the way that they spell things is different from how we spell things in English. So you know how they wrote like Starbucks is not going to be spelled like STARBUCKS. It's going to be like Suta, so it's going to be SUTA because it's spelled out the Japanese way. So it's not going to be correct.
Yeah. It takes me a minute. You're right.
You know how they spell it? Like when we spell Starbucks, it's like or McDonald's is going to be, you know, MAC, but theirs is going to be Maku. So it's very different. So I get that. So I was like, okay, I see the issue here. And yes, we do have technology that helps us spell nowadays in English as well, Grammarly and whatnot, but still you have one job.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
You have one job.
No, like I'm very, I don't play with grades, and I think that's because really once I got to my sophomore year, no, really it was my junior year. My junior year, I messed up big time. And I feel like it kind of snowballed. So for me, kind of pivoting back to talking about being accountable, where like if you make a mistake, you say that you made a mistake. I'm big about telling my kids when I make a mistake. I am. I will tell them all day to like, yo, I messed up. I'm honest with them. I let them know, like, look, I'm trying to give you a preview of what you don't want to do. Like I'm literally trying to help you here. And I tell them all the time, I'm not looking for perfection. You know, that's not what I'm looking for, because no one is perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. But what I am looking for is I'm looking for your patterns and your capabilities. And because you have shown me a pattern that you can maintain excellence, that's what you gonna maintain. You know, that no ifs, ands, or buts. It's done. Like you do this, that's how it's gonna be. You know. So they do. They know the expectations, and it's been like that from the beginning, and I very much reinforce it. Do I not reinforce these things? You be like
I can see her in the corner doing
like
that.
She's here to talk like
I do think that's important. And I think, you know, like you said, accountability, that I feel like a lot of problems in the world can be solved. People just accountable for what they did. You know, and people make mistakes, but geez, like you could just
I know.
But it is what it is. It is what it is. So
y'all, we getting close to the end. It's already we're almost at 40. So we're gonna you know, come to a close. Do you have an okazu?
So okazu, definitely what I was gonna share is just if you have compassion. You recently talked about like a situation where someone was very kind and like paid for everybody's meal.
Oh my God.
The story. And that stuck with me. And I know we all can't financially support other people.
Right.
But man, some kind words go a long way. Some kind words. And so the okazu is just, you know, have a really just have some compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your heart, and think about other people. And something that I started doing, I've done it for a while, but I just tell people, like, you look really cute. If they look cute, I like that outfit.
Girl, you know a black woman gonna lift you up all the time. When I tell you, I'm quick to compliment. I'm quick to compliment. Like,
compliment is free. It doesn't cost, it doesn't cost anything. It makes people feel special. I was at McDonald's the other day and in the drive-through, and the guy had just a beautiful, and I said, you have a really beautiful smile. I'm old enough to be your mother, but I'm just telling you, you have a very beautiful smile, or just, when you see people that are really working hard, and just, thank you for everything that you do. Even if you can't financially, like I said, support someone, definitely like some kind words go a long way. So
a long way. Way. That's my piggyback too for Okazu, y'all. Just
a long way.
We
kindness.
We need more, and there are kind people, like, and it's always right when you at the brink of thinking humanity is done for, somebody swoops in and reminds you, no, there's still good people in the world. And that's something I'm not normally the front person or the purser on the plane, but when I am, when they open that door, when we've arrived, I say, check bags, be, available at carousel number 4. That's carousel number 4. Again, thank you so very much for choosing to fly with us. And remember, be kind always. I always say that, and people are always like, oh yeah. I'm like, it doesn't hurt to, like, it doesn't cost you anything to be kind. If you want to be extremely kind and you want to use your finances, if you have, that's awesome. But like you said, it doesn't take money to say you have a great outfit. I love your dress. Oh, look at your shoes. Oh, little girl, that's so cute. Girl, you have, young man, you have a beautiful smile. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind. And I think, more than anything, this world needs more kindness. We need to put out more kindness, because what you put out is what you get. So you putting it out, it'll go to other places. Put it out there. Put it out there. We need it.
And in that same sense, if you cannot be kind, then don't say nothing at all. Silence is golden. If you can't say anything nice, what do they say? Don't say anything. Don't say anything. You can't say anything.
Disney classic Thumper. What did Mama say? If you can't say something nice, say nothing at all.
Exactly. If you can't say something nice, genuinely, just be quiet. There's a lot more people that do need some filters between their brain and their mouth. And since we don't have that going on, just don't. Silence is golden.
I agree.
So that's the Okazu. Next time we will see all of you guys.
The sun has set on me. Everything. Japan. Like, I'll be sleeping till noon tomorrow.
Okay. I'll make sure I have Yuri or Messiah go poke you and make sure you're still breathing.
I'll be breathing, but I'm just going to get that bed, y'all. That bed has missed me for so long. Like I said, the sun has set here in California and
California. Yes. So next time in Japan.
We'll
looking forward to seeing you guys here.
Yes, look out for that live. We'll probably still do another post, but it's good to be back, y'all. It's good to be back.
It's been real. Collard Greens and Sushi signing out.
Collard Greens and Sushi. Bye, y'all.
Bye.